right, let's take those back to the first break a little slower. Let's do it one more time, even slower. So this is Remember You Love in My Prayers, Ron Block's famous renditions, arrangements of this, and this is my interpretation to the best of my ability at this point in time of what he is playing. There's a couple of spots that could be a little bit questionable. We could take it a couple different ways, and we'll try to cover a couple of those spots. But certainly, gave it my best stab, and this is what we have so far on it, on his arrangement, which is just incredible. So let's go over the second break, the Up the Neck. 1, 2, 3. Let's go even slower, and then I'm going to talk about at least one little spot that you could probably go a couple different ways with on the notes. So if you've played any of Ron's stuff, you know it's really different, and it's not easy. There's a lot of bends in there and things that are very unique to his style. They're a lot of fun to try and do. One recommendation I would make is put lots of graphite, pencil lead in the nut up here if you're going to do some of these bends, because that does help pull the bends back into tune. Otherwise it pulls your banjo way out of tune, and even with the graphite, still I don't know how Ron keeps his banjo in tune at all. But he's not human is my guess. So going through the solo, there's a couple little positions that we don't normally run into with like Scruggs style. One is this right here, where we you might call it sort of D position, but it's blues, D position blues. So it puts our fingers at a little bit different shape. But it's a good one to know because you can apply it to other songs. So the first, see, I'm already out of tune. The first part I want to talk about is right. To me, that sounds like a pre-bent note. That would be on measure 30. You'll see an 11 that has an arrow pointing up, and what I'm hearing is that he already has that bent, so the note is pulling downward. Now this right here, this is the next measure at 11 to 13. That could be a slide, or he could be bending that as well, and that's something that he would commonly do. So that phrase could go a couple of ways. Or with a slide. So you can see you can go two different ways. And then there's another spot, at least for me, that I feel like you could go two ways right after that. That right there. So in the tab it's written as unison notes, you know, 2 F notes. But sometimes when I listen to the recording, it sounds like he may have it bent. So the 5th fret of that 2nd string. So there you go, a few thoughts on that one. An amazing album, by the way. So Long, So Wrong. There's a lot of good banjo work on that. Good luck with that, and feel free to post any comments if you guys are hearing something different. Would love to hear your ideas. And my 2 cents is, even if you try to figure out somebody's solo and it's not quote exactly like them, you can still learn something, and it's not wrong, you know, just because if you don't have every note like Sammy Sheeler played it or Ron Block, you know, who cares? Be you, and then figure out a way that you can play it. But certainly we can learn a lot by at least trying to learn what some of our banjo heroes have recorded and put on some great music for us. So have fun with that, and thanks for being here on Patreon.